taken that. But
we'll get the hello. We might get the music down. I can talk over music. I can dance. Hola. Hello and welcome. I feel I've got to compete with the music. Oh, there we are. Look at that. Hello and welcome to the Outstanding Apprentice Awards for 2020 from the Construction Industry Training Council. Thank you all so much for coming today, and it feels a little bit emptier than last year and in previous years, ever since this award has been running, due to ... I feel we don't need to have to say that every time now, but somehow we do. My name's Lish Fayer. I'm the breakfast presenter on ABC Local Radio. So, like so many of you, I'm an early starter. So I feel we've got that in common. Before we start, this is an unusual year. It's an unusual year because we are so distant, and we are going to have to apply all the protocols that have been applied across the year here in this event. And we've got an attendant helping us, and you'll see Vince over here with the awards. He's the man of the day, and he is 100% hygiene. He's got a box of gloves over there. He'll be approaching the awards. There's going to be a system. Let me tell you, there's a system. So what's going to happen is for each award that's announced, there's going to be a presenter, one of our sponsors, coming up to this microphone. They will announce the winner of that award. Now, Vince will then, as demonstrated what he's doing now, pick up the award, place it on the easel beside the stage, and then the winner of that award has to come up, pick up their award, and then come onto stage. Now, there are 2 black crosses on stage. I know this is the construction industry, but if anyone has a tape measure, it's all about 1.5 metres, and I suspect that this isn't 1.5 metres, just between you and I. But there's 2 crosses on there. It's around 1.5 metres. Measure once. So if the winner of the award could stand on the left-hand side cross, and the other one, the presenter will stand on the right-hand side cross, photos will be taken, and then you can go about your merry way back to your seat. It is tricky, and that's why we're live streaming this to the cameras in the back, and this is going to be all uploaded onto the YouTubes. You can catch it any time while it is live streamed at the moment. to everyone that can't be at the awards ceremony with us today, you'll be able to watch back on it for posterity, forever. The event today is a big one. I think it's a big one because, to me, I don't know if you feel this way being in the industry, but to me it feels that this year we are relying on your industry to get us out of this. Everything I hear is, yes, it's the health professionals that are helping us through this year, but to get us out of this year, it's all about building back and recovery. And construction is the number one. And it's not just this year that's going to get us out of it, but I just look around everywhere I go and I think this city is pretty much built on the skills that you are learning and giving us and training others in. So I think more than ever, and I know we've got so many government announcements around job seeker, job keeper, home builder, job trainer, so many, that this is your year. And I really applaud every one of you for excelling so much in your chosen field, your chosen trade. So let's kick it off. I'd like to introduce you to the chair of the Construction Industry Training Council, Mr. Bill Cleary, OAM. Now, he's a plumber, but he does tell me now that he still does plumbing at home, but his wife won't let him get up on the roof so much anymore. But he's still there. He got his OAM for services to employers, and I'd like to welcome him up to the stage.
Thank you, Liz. Distinguished guests, graduating apprentices, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, graduating apprentices, ladies and gentlemen. I wish to welcome the following distinguished guests to our function today. Mr. Chris Deal, MLA, Member for Murrumbidgee. Ms. Gracie Faria, President of the Master Plumbers Association. President of the Master Builders Association. Mr. Damon Hall, Executive Group Manager of ACT Major Projects. Ms. Jacqueline Aguis, WorkSafe Commissioner. Mr. Michael Young, Chair, Training Fund Authority and a gold sponsor. Thank you, Michael. Mr. Michael Hopkins, CEO, ACT Master Builders Association, is a very late apology, only this morning. Mr. Greg Willer, CEO, Chief Executive Officer of the ACT Housing Industry Association. Mr. Ben Helmers, Managing Director of Woden Contractors, golden sponsor. Thank you, Glenn. Ben, I wish to advise that our Chief Minister, Mr. Andrew Barr, is a late apology for our function here today, and no doubt our ACT Government Assembly is in caretaker mode. On behalf of the Construction Industry Training Council, we wish to welcome you all here today for our annual Graduating Apprentice Award function. On behalf of the Construction Industry Training Council, we wish to congratulate all of the award recipients of today's function. A special vote of thanks is due to the parents of the recipients who have assisted the apprentices in their chosen profession, helped them to get into work routine, assisted their children in attaining the awards of which they are about to receive today. A special vote of thanks is due to our sponsors for today's awards function. Without their generous support, we would not be able to present our awards function. Many of our sponsors have sponsored this function every year since the inception of our awards. Today's award is our 18th annual awards function. We ask the Construction Industry Training Council say thank you. Please note our sponsors who are listed on the back page of our invitation, and I urge all of you to support the sponsors wherever possible. On behalf of the Construction Industry Training Council, I also wish to express a vote of thanks to the panel of judges who interviewed and assessed the recipients of today's awards. Thank you for the many hours you put in. You will see the proud results of the functions today. This function would not have been possible without the efforts as put into organising and arranging being made by our office manager, Mr. Mick Tusos. Nick is also to be congratulated on his methodical organisation of our awards today and never-ending efforts that he has put into the efficient running of the Construction Industry Training Council. A special vote of thanks must also go to our Executive Director, Mr. Vince Ball, who will speak later, and a further vote of thanks to our Executive Committee, who has supported and assisted in every way. To all graduating apprentices here today, your chosen career in the building and construction industry will be exciting, rewarding and give you immense satisfaction to you and your customers who are relying upon you to apply the skills you have learned throughout your apprenticeship, whether you remain as an employee or become a contractor within the industry. Again, may I congratulate all of today's recipients and wish them every successful, rewarding career ahead. May I thank everyone here today for their attendance, and we hope that you are proud of the achievements of today's graduates. In regards to today's function, I must advise you of the effort that our Executive Director, Mr. Vince Ball, our Office Manager, Mr. Nick Tusos, have put into complying with the current COVID requirements. In our compliance, we've had to alter our function, number of guests, resulting in us having 2 award functions. The graduation function today and the second function for an Industry Achievement Awards to be held in November, along with the required spacing of our guests at today's function. We must also thank the management and staff of the Hellenic Club in their assistance and cooperation in achieving our goal on having been able to proceed with today's function. In conclusion, the Construction Industry Training Council and myself wish to congratulate your employers, your trainers, your workmates in a job well done, as evidenced from the awards you're about to receive. To all here, enjoy today, and I wish everyone here today all the very best for the future, and good luck to all. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill, and I really do applaud Vince for setting this up. I think this is one of the first award ceremonies that have been allowed, and I don't know about you, but being in this room again, I remember all the great live concerts that we've seen here. I remember seeing Jimmy Barnes here many years ago, but this room was packed, just heaving, and I just can't imagine getting back to that place again. So it's a real, true effort from you all, and Vince especially, to bring this about so that you can actually be here in person rather than the Zoom, which was fun at first but certainly lost its shine. So it's nice that we can share all this. I'd now like to welcome to the stage Mr. Chris Steele, MLA, Member for Murrumbidgee, to provide an update on vocational education and training. Because while you are graduating, this is your graduation, and the awards around that, it's essential that we keep on building the mass to come underneath you. So I'd like to introduce Mr. Chris Steele. And you have to go to this one, Mr. Chris Steele.
Thank you, Lish, and thank you, Bill. I'd like to start by firstly acknowledging the traditional owners of the land that we meet on today, the Ngunnawal people. Pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. Respect to their continuing culture and the contribution that they make to the life of our city and our region. I'd like to acknowledge again Bill Cleary, the Chair of the CITC, Vince Ball, the Executive Director, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's really great to be here because it's been an incredibly tough year for apprentices, their employers and vocational education and training providers. So it's great to take time out and celebrate our fantastic young graduating apprentices. For an industry that is very much focused on practical skills training and work placements, this year's been a huge challenge with social distancing measures in place in workplaces. And while the construction industry has not been the subject to the same level of restrictions as other industries have during the pandemic, it has still been affected very significantly by the pandemic and also the resulting economic conditions as well. Many apprenticeships and apprentices this year have been suspended or even cancelled, with some apprentices effectively losing their jobs, particularly in other industries that have been affected by the pandemic. So the hard hats have to go off to the host employers in the construction industry who have kept apprentices on during a time when it hasn't been easy to do so, and have looked to the long-term outcomes for their young people, their apprentices, and the long-term future of their businesses at a time when a cloud has been over their future. With many people working in the construction industry on temporary visas and who would have been shut out of JobKeeper and JobSeeker had they been unemployed during this period, this is a great achievement for the construction industry that you've been able to keep many of these people on. So well done on behalf of the Labor Party that I'm representing here today, not the ACT government, because we're in caretaker mode. Many young people during the pandemic have understandably been concerned about what their future holds, and that's why more than ever we need to make sure that we're encouraging people into training and into training that will lead to employment with the skills that are gained through an apprenticeship in particular. And we strongly believe that government has a much greater role to play in putting out construction work into the market at a time when the pipeline of private work is uncertain, paused, or even being pulled back. And we still don't know what's to come next year. And it's one of the reasons why during this election campaign, which has been quite an eclectic morning for me, I've already been scootering around the lake, I've walked a pig, and now I'm delighted to be here with you today. It's why we have been announcing throughout this campaign that we will be putting out a $4 billion pipeline of public infrastructure works to protect and create jobs, and particularly to support apprentices as well. And we'll do that through a variety of small, medium and large-scale infrastructure projects like light rail, which will create about 6,000 jobs, but we'll make sure that there's mandated apprentice numbers associated with that to make sure that we've got spaces for apprentices across a whole variety of different trades. And we'll provide new skills pathways as well through the Head Start program for Year 12 students to take an extra year to complete their Year 12 certificate, but also to start their apprenticeship and gain the skills that they need and have the support and mentoring that they need to make sure that that apprenticeship is successful. Because we see apprenticeships as being a fundamental pathway to equip young people with the skills that they need to get a good, secure job, and also to support employers and the broader economy. These awards demonstrate the real opportunities that young people can gain through an apprenticeship and the value that it can provide their host employers. Thank you to the Construction Industry Training Council for hosting today's awards and for recognising our outstanding graduating apprentices. Thank you also to the registered training organisations working with our young people in trades and focusing on quality of training. And to the young people here today who have been nominated or won an award, and all our graduating apprentices for the work that you have put into your apprenticeships, you can be optimistic that you'll be in a great position to help build the future of our growing city. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you for taking time out of the morning, because I know we're getting very close, and while it's been a long election period, a voting period, we're coming to the close. Now, it's lunchtime now. During lunch, feel free to mingle, but with your socially distanced mingling intact. But also, we have fabulous photographers. Andrew from Hot Shots Photography and Jody are around, so feel free to go over there to the photo board, get your family photos done, bits and pieces, just to ease the congestion throughout the afternoon. After lunch, we'll come back and have the awards ceremony. So thank you.
So you've got your lens, and then you've got your focus, right? So this is a long lens, so it's also quite a long zoom in, obviously. That's the reason why it's an older lens. Now, in a straight line, so do you want me to stop this in the meantime? You can see here, I'm on this one here. And particularly up here, you can see these red marks. They're the focus marks. See how I change when I change the focus?
Yeah.
So what that means is that the distance
I don't know what's happening at your table, but certainly on our table there was much discussion about the lunch and how delicious it was. So thanks to the Hellenic Club, but you know who you also have to thank is Vince Ball, who is coming up to speak next, because he said that if you don't get the duo, if the place that the awards are held don't deliver the duo, now the duo being the chicken and the beef on the same plate, you don't have to have that anxiety of who's going to get the chicken and who's going to get the beef. It's both on the same plate, and that's a hallmark. Anyone who has been here for these awards ceremonies for many times, all of the 19 years, will know that that is a hallmark of this, and it takes a lot of effort from Vince Ball to make sure that that happens. So on that, I would like to introduce you now to Vince Ball. He's the Executive Director of CITC. He's going to say a few words about these awards, but before he comes up, I just want you to bringing something like this about is a huge effort. There's two of them in the office, and Vince does a fantastic job to bring it about so that we recognise the outstanding apprentices and the graduating apprentices. So please make welcome to the stage Vince Ball.
Thanks, Lish. Mr Chris Steele, MLA Member for Murrumbidgee, Executive and fellow Council members, sponsors and supporters, distinguished guests, apprentices, mums and dads, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our 19th Outstanding Graduating Apprentice Awards. Today is a day that I thought we'd not be able to achieve in this format, but we've done it. Today is the first event that we are live streaming, and a big thank you to George for doing this for us, but there's no pressure on you, George. Please make sure that we all abide by the strict COVID-19 protocols introduced for today's event, including strict social distancing. As Lish has already mentioned, we will be cleaning the lectern and microphones, etc. after each speech. I will be placing your frame certificates on the stand situated at the stage, so please make sure that you pick it up before you come on stage and get your photo taken. I would like to make a special mention to all our sponsors and supporters for this event. They've all offered up their seats so that we could ensure that our apprentices could invite family members and their guests. We usually have over 400 people at this event. You will see me on stage representing a number of them reading out names of the particular awards they sponsored. It was extremely difficult to get any of the sponsors here today to be part of the event, but I have managed to talk a few into attending, and I thank you for doing that for our apprentices and guests. Before I go into explaining about today's awards, I would like to take the opportunity to speak about the role of the CITC. The Construction Industry Training Council is a non-political, not-for-profit, tripartite organisation. Its major function is to ensure that the quality of training and assessment and professional development of people working in the construction industry meets the needs of the industry. We currently have 23 council members, and from those members an elected 9-member Executive Council who oversee the operations and activities. Members of the Executive Council comprise the ACT MBA, CFMEU, HIA, Unions ACT, Canberra Business Council, CIT and an independent industry representative. The Executive meet every 2 months and the full Council formally meets 3 times per year. It needs to be remembered that members provide an enormous amount of their time participating in a wide range of industry initiatives, consultation forums and in our schools and colleges. Their contribution to the construction industry is immeasurable, and it is worth noting that the makeup of this organisation is not replicated in other jurisdictions or any other industry. But like all organisations, we do have challenges. And one of the biggest challenges we have as a council is oversight in quality training and assessment for the industry, and to provide appropriate advice to our regulators and industry stakeholders. We are proud of our work in this area, particularly with our role in consulting with industry in areas such as asbestos and silica dust training, advice into construction licensing, monitoring and working with our regulators on a wide range of skills and competencies with a very strong focus on work health and safety. We know that a number of our training programs in the ACT are recognised nationally as best practice. So now to the awards. Today is a day when the construction industry comes together to celebrate the achievements of our outstanding graduating apprentices. This is the construction family. Like most families, we are an industry of diverse and often contrary views. These views often differ in opinion, but everyone is trying to achieve what is in the best interest for the industry and also what is best for the people that work in the industry. The construction industry often has to deal with a wide range of controversial issues. But one thing we need to remember is that when there is a community need or someone needs help, this is the first industry that comes together and supports that need. The generosity is beyond anyone's expectations, and we have so many community projects to demonstrate this generosity. It is always interesting to hear comments about these awards and how they got started, so I'll explain a little bit about them. When we first decided to start these awards, the concept that we wanted to achieve was to create the opportunity to recognise our industry outstanding graduating apprentices and to hold an event where they could share their achievements with their family, their partners, their friends, employers, industry, community peers and colleagues. It was always about providing something that the apprentice could remember for the rest of their lives. I think we continue to underestimate the significance of being able to share an occasion such as this with our family, friends and colleagues, particularly in these times. I'm always asked two specific questions about these awards. The first question is, who pays for it? It's a pretty good question. The event is fully funded by the generosity of our industry partners. It is worth remembering that a number of our sponsors and supporters have been with us from day one. That's 19 years. And it would not be possible to have these awards without their outstanding contribution. The second question is, how are the apprentices selected? RTOs, GTOs and individual employers were invited to nominate their most outstanding graduating apprentice in each of the trades. All apprentices that were nominated were interviewed by an independent industry panel, including Lou Agnello, Director of Mantina, who has been judging these awards since our first event. So thanks, Lou. Actually, we did it this year Skyping, so it's great to see the apprentices here in person today. Please remember that what we are recognising here today is the best of the best in the construction industry, not only for the ACT, but also our surrounding region. These awards are now a major event for the construction industry. There's no other event locally or nationally that recognises our outstanding building and construction apprentices in this way. Over the 19 years, we have recognised over 690 apprentices and trainees. This year's nominated outstanding graduating apprentices impressed the panel with effort, commitment and dedication to their work. The panel had a very difficult job in not only selecting individual winners, but also selecting the overall outstanding apprentice. This says a lot about the quality of our apprentices, the dedication and commitment by their employers and host trainers, as well as the overall quality of training that is currently being offered here in the ACT. This year has seen 5 nominations for the industry's meritorious performance. This meritorious category is a category for what I call the diamonds in the industry. It is a category where we, the industry, acknowledge outstanding effort, determination and in some cases adversity to successfully complete the apprenticeship. Due to the nature and importance of this award, the panel decided to recognise the 5 nominees. All apprentices here today should be extremely proud of your achievements, as you are recognised by industry as the best of the best that we have in the ACT and surrounding region. This is why it is so important that industry recognises each of the apprentices nominated today by ensuring that each apprentice has the opportunity to come up on stage and receive a frame certificate recognising that significant achievement. Before handing back to Lish, I would like to thank a number of people. To the employers and host trainers of the apprentices, Without your support and contribution, we would not have a skilled and rewarding industry. We are also conscious that we will be relying on you to continue your support for our apprentices. To our sponsors, thank you, as without your continued support, we would not be able to hold this event. We often see a lot of froth and bubble on TV with buildings, etc. And it is noticeable that a number of our key industry stakeholders do not even bother to support events such as this in recognising the achievements of our future leaders in this industry. I do suggest to everyone that at some stage you have a look at your program and see the businesses and companies that do support excellence and do care about our apprentices. Our MC makes this award, and a big thank you to Lish again for your efforts again today. So thanks, Lish. Our chairman for his time, commitment, support. Thanks, Bill. My executive and council members for their ongoing help and support. It is unfortunate that their enormous contribution to the ongoing quality and maintenance of training and professional development for the construction industry is often overlooked. To Jodie Shepherd and Andrew from Hotshots. Jodie has been part of this event from day one, so thanks Jodie and welcome back. Thanks for fixing my tie again, that's 19 years. I noticed you got the gloves there, well done. Additionally, a big thank you to Stephen from Elite and George from Canberra from Film for assisting us for today's event. Last but certainly not least to Nick, who has worked tirelessly to ensure that this event was a success. Finally, I would like to congratulate all the award winners and nominees. We recognise that you are some of the future leaders of our industry, and we wish you all the very best of luck for your future careers in our industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vince. And I just want to highlight how proud you all should be. I am the least handy tool in the shed. Like literally, I wouldn't even know where to start. But I drive around this town and I am continually amazed how something just builds. It just happens. It grows out of the ground from nothing, whether it's roads or the actual physical building or what goes inside and the wiring you can't see, every single thing. I'm continually amazed at the skills that have to come from somewhere. Like there has to be a practical know-how. And in this town that is renowned for its public service and pen pushers and people at computers, I just love the practical know-how that's in this room that literally builds this city that we have to be in, that the pen pushers populate. So thank you. Now, on that, onto the awards. Now, we're going to move to the presentation of Outstanding Meritorious Performance Awards. As mentioned earlier, the sponsor will announce the apprentice's name, and then you will come up, collect your award from the easel, come up onto the stage and stand on the dot to your left, the cross. Can everybody just do a check? I noticed there was kale. Did everybody notice that? On the milk crispy kale? It's delicious. It's delicious. The only trouble is the universal thing that gets stuck in your teeth. I don't want anyone, you can just do a check at your table before the photos. I don't want anyone to look back on the photos that Jodie and Andrew take and say, oh, why didn't anyone tell me? I have a big piece of kale stuck. So just do a check. I'm just giving you the warning, fair warning. See, someone's already found some, haven't they? Okay, you've been told. Vince, I think you're up again. Vince is playing two roles. He's both doing the awards delivery, but also, Vince, I need you up on stage because you are now representing various sponsors who have given up their seats for apprentices and family. A meritorious award. So they're both apologies, so I will just announce them. Vince, you're not going to announce them? Okay. I'd now like to announce the first of the Outstanding Meritorious Performance Awards. The winner of this first one is Corey Francis for carpentry. Corey's employer is HIA, and Corey has recently completed his apprenticeship but cannot be here today. So congratulations, Corey, wherever, on the Zoom. And the other Outstanding Meritorious Award winner is Tegan Brown. Now, Tegan is an electrical. She's currently unemployed. So if anyone out there knows of a position for Tegan, having just won that meritorious award, budding electrician, please let Vince know. See, we're almost an employment agency here. Okay, I would now like to call on Mr. Greg Weller, Executive Director of ACT Southern New South Wales Housing Industry Association for the next Outstanding Meritorious Award.
And the winner is, of the Meritorious Carpentry Apprentice Award, Connor Pring.
Congratulations, Connor. Connor's employer is J&S Carpentry. And as we're coming up for photos, just a reminder that the hotshots, Jody and Andrew are taking the photos today. And you can access all of these. There should be a little card on your table, Hotshots Photography. Just you can view them and order and share them online. Just follow the details on that card. Now, I'd like to call on Mr. Glenn Hobbs, SQE Manager, Hindmarsh, to announce and present the next Outstanding Meritorious Award.
Well, our next Meritorious Carpentry Award goes to Adrian Glamsevsky. Adrian.
Congratulations, Adrian. Adrian's employer is JJ Interiors. I love the music that is being provided. I wish you all had a chance to put in your walk-in music. I think, Vince, for next time, every winner has to announce what song they want to walk up onto stage to. Don't you think? Yeah, I think that would be good. I think that would be really good. Not saying the music is bad, just saying that adds, just for next time, Vince, for the 20th. I would like to call on now Mr. Ben Helmers, Managing Director, Woden Contractors, to present the next Outstanding Meritorious Award.
And the Road Construct and Maintenance Apprentice is Lisa Goodison.
Congratulations, Lisa. Lisa's employer is Australian Training Company. I'd now like to call on Mr. Vince Ball, who's going to be representing the Australian Brick and Block Training Foundation, to announce the Outstanding Apprentice Award for bricklaying.
Thank you, Lish. The Outstanding Bricklaying Apprentice for 220 is Travers Ginders Mason.
Vince has to hide the gloves. Although that would be a great memory of COVID. You can have a great memory of COVID. Congratulations, Travis. Travis's employer is Melmar Projects. And thanks all for getting so dressed up today too. It's a bit of a cry out from the high vis, isn't it? It's nice to see. I would now like to call on Mr. Glenn Carter, CEO of the ACT Training Fund Authority, to present the Outstanding Apprentice Award for Outstanding Indigenous Apprentice.
The Outstanding Indigenous Apprentice for 2020 is Jordan Simpson.
Congratulations, Jordan. Jordan's employer is Taylor's Window Supply, and I love seeing so many proud parents and partners here today. I just love it, and that is part of what this award is all about, is sharing it with your family, because it's an outstanding achievement for all of you. I'd now like to call Vince Ball back onto stage to present the Outstanding Apprentice Award on behalf of Riverview Projects for landscaping.
Oops, jeez. That's habit, sorry. Just shows we can make some mistakes under this COVID protocols. Emma wasn't able to be here. I got a late call. She's with a little bub that's got whooping cough, so she sends her apologies. So she asked if I would fill in for them. So the Outstanding Landscaping Apprentice for 2020 is Shane Crowley.
Congratulations, Shane. Shane's employer is Revive Landscaping. I'd now like to call on Mr. Michael Hopkins, CEO of ACT Master Builders Association, to present the next Outstanding Apprentice Award for plumbing.
Can Lisa come up?
Oh, yes, Lisa can come up. Oh, empty. There's an awkward moment. Oh.
Here we go.
No, it's on.
So Michael couldn't be here today, so I have the pleasure of presenting the award for the Outstanding Plumbing Apprentice for 2020 is Elliot Nunn.
Congratulations, Elliot. Elliot's employer is Gravity Plumbing. Yeah. I'd now like to call on Mr. Damon Hall, Group Manager of ACT Major Projects Canberra, to announce the next Outstanding Apprentice Award for Metals Heavy Manufacturing.
Thank you. The winner of the Metals Heavy Manufacturing Apprentice Award for 2020 is Dean Gray.
Congratulations, Dean. And Dean's employer is Grant Hetherington Manufacturing. I'm loving the elbow bump. It doesn't feel too cheesy. I don't think you got to get too many photos, Andrew, of everybody doing that. It feels a little bit normal now, which is almost terrifying. I'd now like to call to the stage Mr. Craig Woodbridge, Orbis 3, to present the Outstanding Apprentice Award for Civil Construction Pipe Laying. I think we need more walk-in music for the presenters as well, don't you think? Yeah. Feels an awkward quietness as Craig makes his way up.
Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Adam Barton from Axis Civil Plumbing and Drainage. Thank you.
Congratulations, Adam. Adam's employer is Axis Civil and Drainage. I'd now like to call back to the stage Mr. Ben Helmers, Company Director of Woden Contractors, to announce the Outstanding Apprentice Award for Civil Construction Plant Operations. Oh, come on, thanks, Michael. Re-announcing Michael Young in place of Ben.
Here he comes back in the room right now.
You're taking the podium. Bad.
So I'd like to congratulate the Outstanding Plant Operations Apprentice for 2020, James Plashke.
Congratulations, James. James's employer is GC&G Equipment. I'd now like to call Josh Straub to the podium, Account Manager of Australian Training Company, to announce the Outstanding Apprentice Award for Glass and Glazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Jordan Simpson.
Congratulations again, Jordan. That's Jordan's second award. Jordan's employer is Taylor's Window Supplies. I'd now like to call on Mrs. Jacqueline Agus, ACT Work Safety Commissioner, to the stage to present the next Outstanding Apprentice Award for Systems Electrician.
It would be remiss of me not to say work safe and stay safe to everybody and all of you young apprentices out there. I am absolutely delighted to announce Outstanding Electrical Apprentice for 2020 as Sophie Louise Huddleston.
Sophie Louise, congratulations. And Sophie Louise's employer is Australian Smart Group. Now I'd like to call on Joe Whitefield, Head of Department at the Canberra Institute of Technology, to present the Outstanding Apprentice Award for Cabinet Making.
Okay, congratulations to the Outstanding Cabinet Making Apprentice for 2020, Jacob Casey.
Congratulations, Jacob. And I don't know if you picked up on this, but Jacob's surname being Casey, and he's a cabinet maker. There's a thing called nominative determinism where you become your surname or you can become your name, and I think that's a great example of it. All the best. Jacob's employer is Choice Interiors Goulburn. I'd now like to call on Joe Anderson, Executive Branch Manager of Skills Canberra, to announce Outstanding Apprentice Award for Heating, Ventilation and Air Conditioning. Hello, Joe, right there.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. It's my great pleasure to announce that the Outstanding Heating, Ventilation, Air Conditioning Apprentice of the Year is Michael Sween.
Congratulations, Michael. And Michael's employer is Airmaster. Now on to our next award. I'd like to invite Nick Brill up to the podium. He's manager of 1300 Apprentice Sydney Training and Employment to present the Outstanding Apprentice Award for Solid Plastering.
And the winner of the Outstanding Solid Plastering Apprentice is Bowie Foster. Congratulations, Bowie.
And we're all looking for Bowie, but Bowie is unfortunately getting his wisdom teeth out. Today. I know he'd much rather be here. But on behalf, Vince is standing in for Bowie. Stunt double. Congratulations, Bowie. If you're watching from wherever you are, nothing pleasant about getting your wisdom teeth extracted. I'd now like to call on Mark Redding from Evo Energy to announce the Outstanding Apprentice Award for Refrigeration.
The award for Outstanding Refrigeration Apprentice for 2020 is Rowan Smiley.
Congratulations, Rowan. And Rowan's employer is O'Connor Refrigeration. Now I'd like to call Mark Dimmick to the podium, Senior Advisor. Adrian. No, the other Adrian. Hello, Adrian. I'd like to invite Adrian.
Sorry, Adrian. You're there, mate. You better tell him that.
This is for the Outstanding Apprentice Award for Woman in a Non-Traditional Trade.
And the winner is Sophie Louise Huddleston.
Congratulations, Sophie Louise. So wonderful to see the uptake of women in non-traditional trades. I'd now like to call on Donovan DeLeet, representing Construction Control, to announce the Outstanding Apprentice Award for Wall and Ceiling Lining.
And the winner for Wall and Ceiling Apprentice is Bao Shou Ong Min.
Congratulations, Basho. And Basho's employer is HIA Group Training Company. I'd like to get Vince Ball back up onto the stage now to announce the next three winners. Vince is representing ACT CFMEU to announce the Outstanding Apprentice Award for Carpentry.
Can I say, just before I announce these, the next three sponsors asked me if they were just mentioned to all the apprentices, they were more than pleased to give up their position so you could bring your family and friends. So, like nearly all our other sponsors, a lot of them had to be talked into coming. They all wanted to give up their positions, but I do thank the next three organisations, CFMEU, plus the other two that have given up their seats today so you could bring your family and friends. And thank you to the other sponsors as well, and I know there's some here, for providing all the seats that you're eligible for, giving them all up. And I also personally thank you for making the effort to come to celebrate this with our apprentices today. So it's really appreciated. Thank you very much. So the Outstanding Carpentry Apprentice for 2020, and I can tell you we're now going into the really competitive categories within our industry. We have a number of nominations for carpentry, a number of nominations for electrical, but they're really tough decisions to make. So the winner this year is Benjamin Ivers.
Congratulations, Benjamin. I love a little bit of whooping. There's got to be more whooping. Can we have that again? Woo! It's good. You need it. Benjamin's employer is Patton Constructions. For the next award, Vince is representing Project Coordination Australia in announcing the Outstanding Apprentice Award for Metals Engineering and Light Manufacturing.
And the winner for 2020 is Michael Sterling.
Congratulations, Michael. Michael's employer is Server Racks Australia. See what I mean by all these incredible trades that you don't know go on to, well, you guys know everything that goes on in these buildings, but to me it's outstanding that it all just happens thanks to your trades and skills. Now, Vince, your final award, you're representing Shaw Building Group in announcing the Outstanding Apprentice Award for Wall and Floor Tiling.
Jacob Everson.
Now, congratulations, Jacob. Sorry, Jacob. Jacob's employer is Steve Elliott Tiling. Now, before we announce the construction industry's outstanding graduating apprentice, I'd like to invite Mr. Chris Steele back to the stage to announce the Certificates of Excellence Awards to our other outstanding nominees here with us today. Now, these awards are going to be presented in alphabetical order. Oh, nothing in it. Here we go.
The CITC Certificate of Excellence in Bricklaying Apprentice Award is Stephen Bassagreen.
Congratulations, Steve. Steve's sponsored by Woden Contractors.
The CITC Certificate of Excellence in Carpentry Apprentice is Thomas Charles.
Congratulations, Thomas. Thomas is sponsored by Training Fund Authority. Get back here.
The CITC Certificate of Excellence in Electrical Apprentice is Kurt Lomas. I don't think he can come today. He can't make it today.
Who's this?
Oh, there he is.
Who's this? He's not here today, but here he's material. Is this someone in place? You can get. It's a real person. We've got to get a photo. Yeah, stunt. Oh, he's arrived. Good to see you. Congratulations, Thomas, and thanks for turning up. It's an awkward moment. It's the ghost of Thomas Kurt. Now, Thomas Kurt is sponsored by Woden Contractors. Are we back on the page now, Chris?
I think so, Lish. CITC Certificate of Excellence in Carpentry Apprentice Thomas Peel, who can't be with us here today.
There we are. Thomas Peel is sponsored by the Training Fund Authority.
The next CITC Certificate of Excellence in Electrical Apprentice goes to Brendan Pollard.
Maybe we might have to get Thomas Kurt up again. He seems to be the good... No? Brendan is sponsored by Woden Contractors.
And CITC Certificate of Excellence in Carpentry Apprentice also goes to Andrew Van Dartel.
Congratulations, Andrew. And Andrew is sponsored by Training Education Fund Authority. And thank you, Chris Steele, for presenting those awards. I'd now like to invite the Chair of the CITC, Mr Bill Cleary, back to the stage to join Mr Chris Steele, MLA, to announce the Construction Industry Training Council's Outstanding Graduating Apprentice Award.
TC Outstanding Apprentice of the Year 2020 goes to Sophie Louise.
Now, do you want me to... Get out of the photo. Congratulations, Sophie Louise. Before you go, Sophie Louise, would you like to say a few words? I'd like to know how you chose electrical as your trade.
Oh.
What was it?
I just feel a bit overwhelmed at the moment. I'm so appreciative of receiving this award. But yeah, I suppose how I got into this trade. Originally, I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do. When I was going through school. And it wasn't until I'd completed a uni degree that I even thought that I would do a trade. It wasn't until one of my friends actually at the pub over some drinks one night suggested, why not try a trade? I'm thinking of doing it myself. And that's when that light bulb sort of went, ooh, I can do this. I'll have a go. So that's really what got me into it, and I've absolutely loved it ever since. It's been the best decision for me. I don't know.
And out of all these trades that we've seen today, like so many different trades that you could have turned your hand to, what is it about electrical that you...
I think it's that combination of the thinking and the doing. So you've got that mathematical based planning and stuff to go with it, the voltage drop, all the calcs that you have to do on the cable, as well as the actually getting to go ahead and do it, and then looking at that finished product once you've obviously tested it, and it works. Lights come on and you get...
Well, congratulations.
Yeah,
A big round of applause for
Cheers.
Sophie Louise Huddleston. 2020 Outstanding Graduating Apprentice. And she's the fourth female apprentice that's won the industry's Outstanding Graduating Apprentice Award, and her employer is Australian Smart Group. So that ends our award ceremony for today. Thank you all so much for coming today and sharing this day, and congratulations to each and every one of the winners. Big round of applause to you all. I think it's something to be so proud of to achieve this. And thank you to all the sponsors who made this event possible, for supporting CITC, and of course Vince, and for pulling it all off. the team there. If you'd like photos, which you would like photos, whether it's as an individual or with your family group, or please go over there to the board. And normally we would do a giant group photo here up on stage, and you saw how Jodie is she's all about the perfect photo, but this year cannot do that. So what we'd like you to do is each of the winners to go over to the photo backdrop, and we'll get an individual portrait of you, and then we'll do a school-style mashup of all the winners today. So we'd love it if you could go over there and have your photos taken individually, and so that can be then delivered to you all as a presentation of this day, the group photo shot a la 2020. Thank you all again for coming, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon here.